Because the picture in the photo was difficult, just drew a cute ladle. When drawing things like vintage furniture, we'll add them little by little, like sticks and circles. If you add light color like this, it'll look like it's sticking out. Adding things like chocolate chip, drawing a chubby little chicken and coloring it. It looks a bit too dark, to make it look like a light Americano. Hello, I am Bella Land. Today we're going to draw vintage kitchen items. First, let's draw a vintage coffee maker. Using a gouache brush, we'll gently apply colors. For the bottom part, we'll use slightly different colors. We'll draw the legs. Smeg, we'll write this small. Power button. We'll also add some cute buttons on the side. We'll add a bit of darker color to the parts that fit in here. Adding color to create depth. For the bottom part, we'll add a bit more darkness once again. I'll draw a kettle in white, with a bit of a glassy feel. Also, the lid, and even the handle in the same color. But when I looked at it, I didn't like the color much, so I changed it. Shall we draw a vintage pot? Adding a blue border. Painting the body too. Attaching the lid and handle. Because the picture in the photo was difficult, I didn't draw it like that. Just drew a cute ladle and tried adding a ladle on the side. Okay. It felt a bit empty, so I added some shading on the lid. This time, let's draw a vintage shelf. I like furniture with a bit of a reddish hue, so I have quite a few pieces like that at home. So I'll pick this color and paint. When drawing things like vintage furniture, there are moldings that stand out and go in, which are quite important. So, we'll add them little by little. Cute accents. Don't overthink it. Just draw lines straight and circles. Draw several of them and connect them. Like sticks and circles. Like this. Replicate and put them slightly smaller in the background. If you add a bit of darkness, it'll look like it's behind. Now let's draw the bottom shelf. First, paint the border slightly, then the inside. If you increase the brush size, you can draw faster. Start with a small brush and then switch to a big one. Now, shall we draw the books on top? Draw one book, then the paper part, the side, and slightly to the cover. If you add light color like this, it'll look like it's sticking out. So, after drawing the molding, add color like this. It's nice. At the bottom, let's try adding molding to the bottom shelf too. Use light color and add a bit that sticks out. Then use a dark color and add a bit more to the side. If you do that, it'll make the shape more prominent. There's no room to draw handles, so move the position and draw drawers on the top. Attach the handles and draw more at the bottom. I'll draw a vintage-looking kettle. First, I'll add black for an accent. The cloth on top, a towel. Anyway, I'll draw that. Adding a lime green accent. Adding a bit more yellow to complete the towel. drawing the lid first. And using the same color, I'll draw the body of the kettle. Also, I'll draw the spout. For light colors, you need to do more touch-ups to get the color right. Think of it like real paint. At the bottom, adding a vintage-looking stand. Adding shading to the lid. And adding a slight line to the recessed part. Next is a vintage colored iron pan. I tried using khaki color. Drawing the handle. Adding a dark color inside to give depth. A delicious looking pie. Adding a shining yellow-brown color. Making dishes with light gray. Adding things like chocolate chips inside. To give the dish a vintage feel, I'll decorate it more. Adding lines and expressing some shading inside. Let's draw a coffee cup too. I'll put in 2 cups. First, I'll paint them all in one color. Then, I'll draw the handle, painting the inside of the cup with a dark color, adding lines where the 2 cups overlap. Also, adding some lines elsewhere to express shading. Even with minimal color, you can quickly express simple shading like this. This time, a thing for putting candles in glass. I'll make a cute candle case like that. Adding some patterns at the bottom to give it the vintage feel. And lighting the fire inside. This time I'll draw a cute egg holder. It's shaped like a chicken. Drawing a chubby little chicken and coloring it. Then adding cute barley as well. Even the tail cute, putting it as a point. Drawing the beak, drawing the eyes cute. Adding little details to the tail too. And I'll put pretty flowers in. I'll put purple flowers. Adding petals too. It looked too plain, so I added some texture. In the picture, there's no coffee, but I think it would be nice to have a bit of coffee dripping down, so I'll try painting it. It looks a bit too dark, so I'll add a bit of brown to make it look like a light Americano. The video got cut off here. The recording didn't work. Anyway, I'll draw one and then duplicate it, make some adjustments, and fill in some empty spaces with various patterns. It doesn't matter what pattern. It's better than leaving it empty, gives it this kind of vibe. Adding a bit more here and there is good. I think this picture is complete now. That's it for today's video. Thank you for watching.